Hello everyone, I am K. Rohit. In this video, will answer 8 Node.json interview questions to demonstrate my understanding of concepts used in my student study planner project. Let's begin. What is Node.js and how does it differ from Apache or PHP? First question, what is Node.js and how does it differ from Apache or PHP? Node.js is a JavaScript frontend built on Chrome's VS engine that runs JavaScript on the server side. The key differences are Apache or PHP uses multi-threading. Each request creates a new thread. This consumes more memory. Node.js is a single-threaded event loop with non-blocking input-output handling thousands of connections efficiently. Apache waits for operations to complete blocking, while Node.js continues executing other code, non-blocking. With Node.js, you can use JavaScript for both front-end and back-end, full-stack development with one language. Node.js excels at real-time applications like chat apps, APIs, handling concurrent users efficiently. Coming to the second question. What is callback function and why you use it? What is a callback function and why you use it? Callback function is a function passed as an argument to another function executed after an operation completes. Node.js is asynchronous and non-blocking and may perform time-consuming operations like reading files or database queries. We don't want to freeze the application. Here I have given the example of a callback function. It is a function of fs.read file which contains two parameters. In that second parameter is already another function. So which is a called callback function. Coming to the question 3. What is the purpose of package.json file? Package.json is a manifest of a Node.js project containing metadata and configuration. Key properties include name, which is a project name, version, current version of the Node.js, main, entry point like server.js, scripts, dependencies, and developer dependencies. Next question. Explain the difference between require and import statements in Node.js. When and why would you use one over the other? Require is common JS syntax, a traditional Node.js way. You can see the require. Example for the require. Import is ES6 module syntax. Key differences. Require loads synchronously at runtime. Import is static and analyzed before the execution. Require can be used conditionally. Import must be at the top. Require works by default in Node.js. Import needs .mjs extension or type module in package.js. Use require for traditional Node.js projects. It's simpler and more compatible. Use import for modern apps with ES6 plus features. Fifth question. What is middleware in the context of Express.js? Can you give an example of how you would use middleware in an application? Middleware functions have access to request object, response object, and the next function. They execute in sequence between receiving a request and sending a response. Middleware can execute code, modify a request or a response objects, end the request, or call next middleware. Example. It is the authentication middleware example. Example for the middleware. Coming to the sixth question. What is RESTful API and how can you create one using Node.js and Express.js? Explain the main HTTP methods used in RESTful APIs. First of all, what is RESTful API? Stands for Representational State Transfer, an architectural style for designing APIs. RESTful APIs use standard HTTP methods to perform operations on resources. Main HTTP methods. Get get method, which is used to retrieve the data, get all the tasks, post, create new resource, put, update complete resource, patch, partially update, delete, and the remove resource. These are the methods which are get, post, put, delete, and patch. Examples in Express. You can see here post method and get method in this example. Coming to the seventh question, what is the purpose of the Node Package Manager in PM, and how do you use it to manage dependencies in a Node.js project? NPM is a Node Package Manager, the default package manager for Node.js. It serves two purposes. First one, package repository hosts thousands of reusable code packages. And the second, dependency management tool installs and manages packages. Common commands: npm install express. The command is used to install a package, and next npm install. This command is used to install all dependencies from package.json. The third command is npm start. This command is used to run scripts defined in the package.json. In my project, I used npm to manage Express, Mongoose, bcrypt, and Express session. Without npm, I would manually download each library, extremely time consuming and error prone. Coming to the last and final question, why is it important to hash passwords in a web application? Password hashing is critical for security. Hashing is a one-way cryptographic function that transforms passwords into fixed length strings. You cannot reverse it. Why is it important? Database breach protection. If hackers access the database, they see only hashes, not actual passwords. User protection. Users often reuse passwords. Hashing prevents hackers from accessing their own other accounts. Legal compliance. Data protection laws require proper password security. In my project, I use bcrypt, and you can see this hash password. That's it for this video.